Hi everybody. It's time for another video because I have a topic that I want to talk about, and this topic has been in the works actually for a couple of weeks, and I've had this information and I've been unable to give it to you because it has been one heck of a ride. Ever since we've been in Venus retrograde, I think I've been losing my noggin. It's been really hard. And what's interesting is that I found that that's the same with a lot of way showers, light workers, people that are, going through this ascension process seriously. And I mean, I was out of the gate, the lion's gate. I was like, yeah, I'm ready to go. And the universe said, no, you got some more work to do. So, when this piece of information first came through, I was planning on writing about it. I was planning on doing a video about it until I pretty much got hit by a wave 2 or 3 times a day, and then about 4 or 5 times a day, and then about 10 times a day. And it didn't seem like I could even get my bearings. I'd be standing up and I'd be, oh yeah, I let go of that one, and it would be like, bam, another trigger. And I was like, whoa. And I did a lot of crying. I did a lot of fretting, anxiety. Not even sure that all that is over. We still have about another, I guess it's about another week of Venus retrograde. So most likely there's still a lot more of this to come. But I wanted to talk a little bit about some of the themes that I have discovered over this period of time that are happening. And I did have the opportunity to speak with many different people who have been going through this process. And so the information I'm going to share is pretty much like I always do. I really don't get into my personal circumstances or my personal connections, except to tell you that, where I'm at spiritually or emotionally. There are themes that are going on in amongst the people that I've been speaking with. So I'll talk a little bit about those, but it became pretty obvious to me at the beginning of this period of time that what was happening was a need for something that maybe some of us didn't even realize we had a need for, and that is the need to unattach from some of the things that we've become attached to. And I don't know about you, but I'm really attached to Facebook. Today, I went all day. I don't think I got on Facebook. I refused to actually check messages or log in or anything for like 3/4 of the day. And I really literally started going through withdrawals, and I started to realize, oh my God, I'm attached to Facebook. That kind of attachment is just one very small example of the things that we're attached to that we don't realize that we're really attached to. Um, the information that I was getting is that it's important to unattach from things, not detach from something. To become detached is to like feel separate from, to separate yourself from. And that's not really what this is about. It's more like unattaching from outcomes, from expectations. We get used to having certain expectations of people, of circumstances. We get used to things being a particular way. And when they stop being that way, sometimes it's real easy to let go. Oh, okay, that's not a problem. Someone cancels out, you're going to go have, I don't know, dinner after work or something, and someone cancels out. It's like, oh, no big deal. That's not a big deal. But, I've seen a lot of people going through relationship issues where they just have certain expectations of the other person, and the other person is just not showing up. And they're like, I didn't realize I had those expectations. And they can be serious button pressing going on, because if you're expecting particular things from someone or from circumstances from your job, and you don't get them, it's like a fine-tuning process. I guess it really goes back to a lot of what I was talking about before in terms of triggers and how that happens. What I found is that I thought that triggers were something that I was really prepared for. And I guess, we have to be really careful what we what we proclaim to the universe. All right, triggers, I have those under control. I know how to handle them. When the triggers come in such a way where they really get to the core issues, the real deep, deep core issues that we have. And a lot of this is coming through the attachments we have to other people that are in our lives. When we are disappointed, and we didn't realize that there was a disappointment there, it really can be devastating. And I mean, I've had all kinds of people telling me, that's it, I'm done, I'm breaking up, I'm moving on. Or they're saying, I'm off Facebook, I'm going to delete 90% of my friends, nobody really cares. A lot of people have been going through that, and I'm no exception. It has been really, really tough. But there's a real reason for all of this, and that is because anything that you need to feel happiness that isn't inside of you has got to go. The attachment to it has got to go. Let me rephrase that. The attachment to it has to go. Because if you're attached in any way, it means that that outside something can literally affect your state of being. And we are here to move to a particular place where we are in control, complete control of our state of being, that we can manage our state of being. And if we've got too much attachment to anything outside of ourselves, it begins to become very uncomfortable. That's what I started to feel specifically. I did not like feeling attached to anything that made my emotions outside of me waver. I want to feel the total candle that does not flicker. And the only way that you really can do that is to make sure that you let go of any attachments that you have. And what this will do for you is when you do this, then you find there's this big old void. This void. And I really didn't even realize I still had one. I mean, I really felt like I was getting to that place. But as I started letting go of these things that I'm attached to and just unattaching and saying, what ended up happening is that I started having to fill that space with my own inner happiness. And I'll tell you what, it was a real challenge for me because there are a few things in my life that just basically they're so important that when you don't have them, I mean, and we're talking, this can be work, this can be people, this can be family, this can be pets, this can be, you know, anything that you're attached to. I found myself really having to look at what brings me inner happiness, what brings me inner joy. And I'll tell you what I kept doing. I kept going outside. I kept going outside again and again. I went to see my horse. I held my horse on my arms many times, cried my eyes out, holding my horse, realizing, oh my gosh, there's this void and it needs to be filled with my love for myself. So when we get to that place, what we end up finding out is that happiness is in the heart. Joy is in the heart. Love is in the heart. It's not any place else out there. It will never be any place out there. And until we understand that, we cannot really move into the higher dimensions and become a complete being. When you can do that is when you actually can start stepping forward into who you are, into what you are. You begin to discover more of your purpose, more of your journey, where you're headed. And suddenly it's like you'll be stepping into the light and you'll be able to find your own way. I mean, over the last 2 or 3 weeks, I have never been more needy of my spiritual counselors than I can remember. I mean, I was, help, help. Can you help me again? It was incredible. And I don't know if any of you out there also felt the need for some help. There's nothing wrong with getting help when you need it. I reach out quite a bit to people that I trust. and I'm led through processes, or I communicate with higher aspects of myself to show me certain things that I'm stuck on and things of that nature. But really, once we fill ourselves up with the love that we have inside of us, we literally can then stand in the light and we become more and more connected with our own guidance system. We all have our own guidance system. And that's what this whole period is about. Um, I don't have a lot of the details. I've been learning a lot more about what's coming. I've known that the times are really auspicious over the next month. We come out of Venus retrograde, and we end, we start going into September, and some moons. We just had a full moon. So we've got some incredible opportunities here where the energies are just pouring in like crazy and our consciousness is being raised. Just be aware, if you're going through a really difficult time, don't be afraid to reach out. There are plenty of people who can be there for you. What I'm finding out is that a lot of people are able to be there for each other. I might be having a really, really bad day, but someone else reaches out to me for an issue, and I'm in source. I am connected to source, and I can be right on top of what someone else needs. But when it comes to me, I have to reach out to someone else, whoever that person is, and say, "Hey, I'm drowning here." It's been rough. Today is actually the first day that I have felt really, really centered, really focused, and probably because I didn't get on Facebook all day. But anyways, I just wanted to share with you that experience. I also want to let you know that I'm entertaining the idea of a call-in radio show, conference call kind of situation. I don't know how many of you know, but really what I've done my whole life is, connect to source, and I'm easily able to help people gain access to their source connection if they're in a period of time where they're not really sure what to do, if they're stuck. And so I'm thinking it might be a really good opportunity for me to do this on a little bit of a larger scale, to actually do it so that more people can get the benefit of one person's experience. Most of the time, I will talk specifically, I want to say that again, more generally about the things that the person is going through, because we don't want to get way too personal. But that is an idea, and I'm entertaining, and I would really like it if you'd let me know, below in the comments if that's something you're interested in. Probably want to do that within the next week. We've got some really big energies coming in, and I think it would be a good time to get everybody together on a call and maybe share a little bit of knowledge and wisdom from source. So anyways, let me know what you think about that. Let me know what you think about the video. And if there's any questions that you have, just feel free to ask them in the comments below, and I'll do what I can to answer them either in the next video or in the comment section. Okay, thanks a lot, everybody. I hope you have a great day.